primary ignition.
Welcome. This is the quarterfinals cut top 8 Dutch X-Wing Nationals in Tabletop Kingdom. I'm Olivier, and with me is Joeri.
Hello and welcome. So we have Frans versus Erik B. Frans is flying a Suntir list consisting of, Suntir and 5 Obsidian squads. And Erik B is flying an IG without his normal, brother, but with 4 Z95 binary pirates.
That's a pretty interesting list, in my opinion. I haven't heard of the brobots going out on their own.
No. It's quite. You don't see it often, but when you do, it's usually the IG-88B who goes on by itself, because on his own he can handle himself pretty well.
It's a solid ship with 4 hull points and 4 shields.
Also, the dial is very, very well on an IG-88.
Super agile.
It's agile and,
So, okay, we just had setup. They're doing their first moves right now. Seems to me the swarm of the Erik is leading up through the middle, and it seems to me Suntir Fel is taking the left flank to probably outmaneuver them, but we'll see more of that.
Yeah, I'm also quite intrigued by the placing of the asteroids, because you can see that there isn't much room at what we can see at the top right half of the table. It's kind of blocked out using a few asteroids. Yeah. So they made a corridor in the middle where probably most of the shooting and the fighting will commence. And from what I'm seeing, there's not a lot that Frans can do to get Suntir out of it if Erik really wants him to.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing is they both fly a swarm, so asteroids should be important. Yeah, it's an important obstacle to not get in the way right now, for both of them, providing they both still have enough ships to get stuck.
Yeah, but like I said, if Erik B really wants Suntir, he can just go for it.
Yeah.
If his back binaries just take a straight angle and block him out, there's not a lot of places he can go from here. He'll probably take a 2 or a 3 bank this turn. If he goes straight, and Erik would have seen that from knowing what Suntir can do, he can have him. Next turn, he can totally demolish Suntir Fel.
Yeah.
The question is, do you have the courage to go for Suntir Fel? And if it doesn't work, get totally blown out by the rest of the swarm.
Yeah, because if you do that, the rest of the swarm will be in position to blow off everything that's dear to you.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the question.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that if you let Suntir go, he can do the same on his own to you.
Yeah, true. It's a power horse.
Yeah. And
so the upgrades: advanced sensors, auto thrusters, and inertial dampers on the B. That's all pretty straightforward. The Predator and the heavy laser cannon are basic upgrades. The Royal Guard tie upgrades for the auto thrusters and the stealth device is pretty interesting to me. I assume it's a normal build for Suntir Fel.
Yeah, that's usually the way Suntir Fel since the printing of auto thrusters, which came with the IG-88, has changed the way Suntir Fel has been flown.
Even made it more interesting, actually. Suntir Fel saw a lot of extra attention when the auto thrusters came out. It's a that powerful upgrade.
What Suntir Fel really suffered from was his vulnerability against turrets and auto thrusters, giving you an evade when you roll a blank against the turret. really puts Sunterfell over the top because he has so much maneuverability that he can just
everywhere,
ignore a turret, get behind it, and a turreted ship can't get out of it.
Exactly.
And like I said, you can see it now. Frans moved his Suntir forward, so if Erik would have gone for it, he could have had him.
Yeah. So they're gonna try to do the first shots. Suntir's in range 3 of a binary pirate. Is that the name? Yeah. So firing range 3. 1 hit, 1 crit. Is he gonna use a focus? He doesn't use a focus. No, makes sense. And evade and 2 focus. Takes a focus to not get the damage on the first fires. So IG is next.
It probably can't see anything. No.
Nothing in range. So they're checking for the TIE fighters right now. It's a good thing he brought Obsidian squads instead of what's the
Academies?
Academies. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Instead of the academies, it's a great advantage for now.
Yeah, it does let you shoot first. It lets you move first as well. Let's see what happens. That's a hit.
2 hits.
Yeah.
So it's shield on the first damage on one of the pirates. And another 2 hits. Doesn't have a focus. So yeah, he still has a focus left. That's a good thing. Otherwise, he would have got more damage.
So now the binaries can fire back.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Nah, that's it in range.
I don't think so, but who knows?
We'll see. We'll see what they think of it. So 2 pirates on the Sunterfell. Oh.
Sadly, this happens in X-Wing.
Yeah,
There's not much you
even
can
in
do
the
about it.
finals, no.
Yeah, I mean, looking at me, I can't hold a die straight or roll a die normally, and Frans is giving him the shot.
Yep. So number 2 and 3 are gonna shoot at Suntir, and the 1 and 4 can only shoot at the first Obsidian.
I'm not sure even 4 has a shot.
We'll see. So
Number 24, his number 4 gets a shot. So that's a crit that doesn't do anything for him.
nope. So the number 2 on Suntir. That's 2 hits versus a ton load of dice.
And nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have 2 shots on range 3 on a Sunterfell, you get 5 evasion dice. Well, that's you're gonna evade that.
Yeah,
Especially with all the tokens on the Sunterfell.
yeah. And now you can see that Erik is going for Suntir.
Yep. This is the second movement phase again. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I think if this time, I think Frans can actually get out of that quite easily.
Yeah, if he just
If he,
turns it in.
yeah, well, remember he is stressed because of the push the limit.
Yeah, true.
So he can only do probably a 2 maneuver or a 3 straight.
Mhm.
Well, he doesn't want to do 3 straight,
Nope.
otherwise he's gone.
That will be bad.
Let's see what he does because I'm
I'm
quite
really-
interested.
Yeah, I'm really interested if Frans expects that he goes for the Suntir.
Because I'm actually surprised that he had the chance and he didn't.
Yeah, and
And-
now he's basically, well, Frans is basically baiting him in going for it, and he's going for it. So we'll see if let's see what's
And Frans just moves ahead. And
a regular 2. Yeah,
just moves
that
ahead.
makes the whole swarm of Frans be in range of the pirates. So
Yeah,
Provides no options of shooting back.
no, this turn could actually be a massacre.
Yeah.
It. Well, let's hope for Erik that his green dice help him today, because if they won't, well, there won't be a lot of turns after this one.
Yeah.
It's also interesting to see what the IG will do.
Yeah, I'm really interested in what the IG will do. It could, yeah.
It might actually do a Segnor's loop to the left, so he has like a full arc on everything.
Yeah. But that won't help him.
No, maybe not in this round, but in the next round,
yeah,
it might help it. And seeing he has advanced sensors, he can abuse that fact.
Well, it's more using that fact, abusing it. So.
Yeah.
Mind you that the players are on playing their 6th match, so they'll probably be a little bit tired. Won't be as sharp as on their first match. So yeah, that's always taken into account. Doing all the tournaments. I know Frans plays a lot of tournaments, and most of the times it makes it to the high tier tables. So I think he knows the stress he's under. I'm really wondering if Erik B I was performing under stress. So this is going to be dangerous. Sunterfeld still has a lot of actions for barrel rolls and boosts, but we'll see what's up.
Yeah, he did do the 2 straight, and IG did turn straight into the to Suntir.
Yeah.
And well, actually being quite easy to hit for the full swarm now. It's actually interesting what Frans will go for, if he will go for the IG, now that he has such a clear shot on them.
Yeah.
Knowing that the binaries, well, they do damage and they have evasion dice, but they don't have the raw power that Sunter has.
Ik zal de denken om 2 bank te doen hoor, maar ik denk ja.
But Frans actually, in the end, ended up with going for the boost and, well, the
boost and the whole token.
The focus, the evade, and from his ability getting a focus.
Yeah, exactly. So, did I see correct that the IG is not in line of sight of the IG-88 can't see the Sunterfeld, can he? Or?
Ik denk die voorste 38 en dan deze 2. 24 die
Yeah, that's true. But having said that, Sunterfeld can't see anything either.
True. Sunterfeld won't be shooting anything this round. So yeah, we'll see how the swarm goes. So the IG-88 will be shooting first. Erik is thinking about what to shoot right now. This will be really important what he chooses, providing he can shoot one of the. He might be able to shoot one of the TIE fighters down if his dice rollings are.
I think he's shooting on number 1.
Shooting number 1, okay. For 3 hits and a focus,
which he
uses.
That's quite bold, actually.
Yeah, because he does to get a lot of shots next round when the Obsidian hits turn.
But
so.
he hit him, and Frans didn't roll anything, so
nothing. So
first blood to Erik.
Yeah, that's what an IG-88 does. So it's a bold move to take the focus, but he knew he could probably destroy one whole ship, which was in range 1 on the IG-88. So he chose to use his focus to kill something which wouldn't be able to fire back.
Yeah,
I think that's it's a bold risk, but I think we should take this, and it paid off. So a hit on a crit for the IG-88, which will not be dodged. So
loses one
shield.
shield.
Yeah.
Dat is nu slim. Want die 1 heeft 1 schade gehad.
Frans is actually contemplating which he will shoot now, if he will go for the IG or try and finish off the damaged binary pirate.
What do you think? Should you always shoot the big ships first and then take on a swarm, or finish off with the swarm and then?
It depends on if you have a range 1 shot versus a range 2 shot. I'd be more tempted to go for the range 1 shot. but here it's actually range 2 versus range 3, and I don't want to shoot at an IG at range 3.
No, you won't. Especially with the...
It has the auto thruster,
auto
it has the
thrusters.
dice,
Yep. So,
and he's trying. Again?
He's shooting at the pirates right now with his TIE fighters. I think that's what you said, especially with the longer range on the IG-88. That's the best decision. So 2 blanks on another shot.
He's not hitting them.
Nope.
He actually, I think, only had
One shield on the IG-88 in a shooting phase with 4 ties. That's not the result you're going for.
No.
So first pirate is opening up with 2 hits on Suntir.
He actually
Two focus and an evade, so he uses evade token to suffer no damage. He really needs to keep that stealth device up and running, so
yeah.
he should spend everything to keep that as long as possible, because otherwise he's going to be
in trouble.
Yeah.
He is in trouble already, so he has to. Well, he can always go. Yeah, he uses his focus.
Focus to
That
so
means
no tokens left, and still two to go.
1 actually, because the number 2 can't hit him,
Oh, number 2, of course. Number 2 can in. So,
and
yeah.
that actually worked.
Yeah, so no damage on Sunterfell, still stealth device up and running.
And next,
But
turn,
still 1 ship down.
Yeah.
So what are the pirates gonna do?
well,
They're gonna try to cut him off and get in the back of the swarm.
yeah, it's the dial of a Z95 still isn't that great, so there's not a lot he can do. He's K-turning, as you can see.
That's not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea, but it's not ideal either. You lose
You really
your.
want those focus on the
You already
parts.
don't have a lot of dice, and the ones that you can modify, you should want to modify them. And if you can't modify them, it makes your ship so much weaker. Even having a target lock already matters.
Yeah, true.
And he actually bumps on himself,
Okay, that's a small miscalculation, but again, that's
unless it's intentional.
true. Could be intentional. You're totally right. That it's not a problem. So the TIE swarm is taking a left, following the pirates.
Yeah.
I think he's forcing to get the IGA to bump. Is that a correct guess in your?
Well, that, and there's not a lot of places he could have gone actually.
True.
He could have done in 1 turn.
Which would potentially put him out of range. So that's
That, and it might have given the IG, like if he dials a Segnor's loop, it's, I won't say over, but then it's he has such a great angle on every TIE fighter, and now he just can't. From what I'm seeing, he probably can't get over with the Segnor's loop.
no, because number 5 is in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, see, he's already using his advanced sensors because he will probably bump.
Yep.
Oh no, I think he's actually he's using his inertial dampeners.
Ah, cool.
So-
So what does the inertial dampers do again?
You can discard it. It's a illicit upgrade. You can use it once per game. And when you would reveal your maneuver dial, instead you can just hover still. You could do a 0 maneuver,
Yeah.
but you will get stressed, as you would always get. The nice thing is, though, that even if you are stressed, you can still use inertial dampeners.
Right.
So let's say you play on a shuttle. No, a shuttle can't use it. A houndstooth. If a houndstooth is equipped with inertial dampeners, you can actually do a 0 maneuver, get stressed, and the next turn, if you would say do a green maneuver, you would use your inertial dampeners and actually stand still for 2 turns.
In a
It
row,
would
yeah.
it would get you a second stress, but it would work.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination there. Initial dampers was one of the new upgrades released in the last wave, as I recall.
Yeah, it was in the Scum and Villainy. It was in the, I think it's in the Star Viper actually.
Ah, Star Viper. Okay, yeah. So it's the second last. So here's the Sunterval doing his acrobatics.
Yeah.
and getting all sorts of
And
maneuvers and shooting, doing the first shooting for this game,
on the IG, range 1.
range 1.
Ooh, that will
That's
hurt.
that will hurt. No.
Anders fucking kid is inderdaad iets.
So you use
So he uses focus
to lose the rest of his shields. Actually.
Yeah, basically, and otherwise he would have gotten a crit because that would be his last shield if he didn't focus that. So that's pretty painful. That basically takes the IG88 on half health.
Yeah. He's having his predator reroll. Nothing.
Predator, is that 2 rerolls on a pilot skill 2 or 3? I don't remember.
It's pilot skill 2 or lower.
2 or lower, so he gets 2 rerolls.
No, 1 because
Oh,
they're
1,
pilot
yeah,
skill.
2, 3, yeah.
So he actually lost number 4.
Another TIE fighter just
Got one-shotted.
got one-shotted. Well, that's as I already mentioned earlier. That's what the IGDA does with all the upgrades and the Predator, just blowing away those TIE fighters. It's a good thing Sunterfeld did the number on the IG88. Otherwise, Frans would be pretty behind. But he traded 2 TIE fighters for half IG88. Point-wise, that's that's still pretty fair.
I think it's actually reasonable.
Yeah, that's a reasonable trade.
Especially if you look at the newest rule, which wasn't in effect for this tournament, but the half point rule.
Oh yeah, that will be up from after this tournament. And all the official tournaments will use the half point rule. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Hebben we nog één range 1?
So number 2, range 1 on the IG. See what happens.
Yeah, this is good. This could be potentially really awful. So 2 crits and a hit. Wow, that's gonna.
It might actually hurt.
With no tokens left on the IGA, that's gonna be. Oh,
He rolls nothing.
he rolls 3 blanks, so he suffers 2 crits and a hit. Wow, that's painful.
Next time you attack, do not roll any attack dice. After the round, we will see.
So he suffers 2 crits. One is you can't shoot next round, and the other one is for an action. Flip this card to not to do your actions. I think.
Yeah. He got pilot skill 0.
Oh, he got pilot skill 0. Oh, sorry
From
about
the
that.
next round, he gets pilot skill 0.
So
And he can't shoot. However, because it's the ID88B, he does get his gunner ability. So his first attack, he shoots, but he can't roll any attack die.
Okay.
And then he actually can shoot with his
Wow.
secondary weapon, if he can, because he's using the heavy laser cannon.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But he has to get in range 2 then, right? Because
Yeah.
heavy laser cannon is range 2,
Yeah.
3.
And he has to still be alive because next turn he's shooting last.
Yep, he's shooting last, and he's only 1 hit points left. And we all know Sunter and his trickery. So
Yeah, Sunter is in such great shape.
no, it's not. it's a great positioning.
Yeah.
So one of the pirates shot a Obsidian squad number 3, almost to smithereens, 1 hull point left. And for the rest, no further effective shooting.
Nou, ik wou in eerste instantie kijken of ik...
So we're getting to the next.
Yeah. So next turn, and now you can
movement
see
phase.
that
Yeah.
he has to move first.
Yeah, that is.
Ik speel nou redelijk gewapend. Ik denk, ja, moet ik wel wat proberen.
So yeah, he's bumping into the TIE fighters. He's bumping into TIE fighters. That's not a good spot to be in. We'll see what the pirates will do. Maybe they can soak up some damage or protect them from harm's way. Although the TIE fighters aren't really in a great spot either. They have to turn around or go left or right to not fly off the board.
Well, the one actually that just had that great shot on Sunter, he actually can do a K turn on 3 or 4 and be
True.
in range 1 again.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot the IG can do about that.
No. And that will be 1 TIE fighter could be enough for finishing it off in range 1.
Yeah.
Especially without they never had the stealth device, sorry. And there were no actions on the. There are no tokens on the IG8 either, so no evade, no focus. This is gonna be that would be really devastating if he can come in range 1 or at least 1 or 2 obsidian squadron.
Yeah, because remember, if he is stressed, he can't use his auto thruster. I mean, advanced sensors.
No, he can't. No.
Because he can't do actions when he's stressed, so he can't do them before removing it.
And by bumping into the TIE fighters, it's
Yeah.
So the binary pirates are turning around to see if they can pick off some already damaged TIE fighters.
Yeah. If at this moment it was only the ties against the binaries, Erik B would be in such a great spot. I mean, he has 2 full health C95s, 1 75%, and 1
25%.
he's spent.
Well, it's still alive, so he still has to spend one or 2 ships on it to destroy it eventually. So it's a it's a bad thing. The Sunterfell did not suffer any damage whatsoever, so it still is Delta 5. Well, and Sunterfell alone is enough to deal with 1, 2, maybe 3 pirates.
Yeah. I've actually seen instances of Sunterfell wiping up a full board by himself, just because you cannot get an angle on him if you don't know precisely what he's going to do.
Exactly.
If you can't trap him,
It's gonna rampage through your.
he can just get out of every mess. And even then, if he gets out of the mess, maybe he can't shoot. But then next turn, he has the great position.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can just regroup by himself, refigure how to do stuff, and then, next turn.
So Sunterfell is taking a shot at the IG88 or
Yeah,
range 1. Yeah, range 1. That's why the 4 dies.
Yeah, and he rolled 2 evasion dice versus Frans' 3 attack dice.
Yeah.
Having no focus because he did roll a focus.
Yeah, he did roll a focus, but he doesn't have any focus of the stress, so it's going with the IG88,
Yeah.
which makes it a 52 points gone off the board for Erik, and that's that's just half of your squadron gone.
Yeah, and you can even see that 1 IG88 is costed the same as 2 of Frans' ties.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 of Frans' ties. They are 13 points each. So
Yeah.
it's 26, 52.
That's exactly half.
Yeah.
And now the pirates, the pilot skill of the pirates is really a disadvantage for the pilot skill 3 TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Even if they're with 1 less, they're still pretty disadvantaged.
Yeah.
And then we have the Sunterfell, which is gonna rack probably next time.
Yeah, it also people need to know how adept Frans is at flying this list. I mean,
I remember Frans flying this list on a lot of tournaments a year ago or so.
Yeah.
When this was when this list came up first, and he has so much experience of flying Sunterfell
and swarms.
And as you see this match, it's a perfect example of how good he is flying.
Yeah.
But also rolling, well, because
His rolls aren't too bad either. But
it's mostly the sheer knowledge and experience he has flying this list that helps out by winning this game. Although it's not over yet because we lost another tie on the side of France.
yeah,
So yeah,
so that was that for this turn, and
Yeah.
you can see Frans lost 1 tie, and actually,
No
bar
doubt.
from the IG, Erik lost nothing.
So yeah, if he plays his card correctly, he might do some damage still.
Yeah, he actually his ships aren't that awfully placed
No,
for him to. He still has a shot if like I said, he still has to corral Suntir, but if he can, he's still in a great position. But he has to corral Suntir.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. He has to have a
Gotta
game
catch
plan for Suntir.
Gewoon ook tegen aardig dat je in deze barrel in de laatste turn wordt 1 doet. Ik denk, ja, fuck. Gewoon niet doen, ben ik niet.
So the pirates are trying to grab a position,
Druk maakt het niet uit. Maar dat was even billen knijpen.
trying to surround or at least try to get some angles on the Suntirfell. Really interested in what the Suntirfell is doing next turn, or this turn next move.
Probably just the 2 forward. Or if Frans actually saw through all these maneuvers, he's doing a 1 turn inwards, keeping the stress,
Yeah.
but then actually having 1 or
Destroying-
2 shots at
Destroying
him
number
instead
4,
of all 4. If he does the straight forward, the 2 straight, he's in range 1 of everything.
Yep.
Although he can still always do his arc dodging and get out of it.
Nee, het wordt wel interessant.
Ooh, he does do the 2 straight. Or is it? Yeah, that's a 2 straight.
That's 2 straight. Yeah.
So let's see what happens here because
Yeah, he can still boost and barrel roll out of range of a couple of them, but for now he's in range and line of sight for 4 of the pirates, so he might want to reduce reduce that because he's not able to shoot anything.
if he does the barrel roll, the boost to the right, he is in range 1 of a few.
Yeah,
He probably loses the line of sight on 1 of the Z95s, and then he can still do his evade and focus.
yeah, and I think he's doing that right now. This Frans should not make any mistakes here now because it could
If
be
you-
potentially really awful if Sunterfell suffers too much damage this round.
If he loses Sunterfell,
This round, then it's over.
he will be really hard pressed to get back from that. And that is always still the thing with the ties, any ties. Oh, this hurts.
Wow. So 2 crits, 2 hits without using any of the tokens on number 2 of the pirates.
But then again, he rolls just 2 unassisted evades.
He rolls 2 evades, so it's still only just the 2 shields of the number 2. So that's Obsidian Pirate number 2 is shooting at
And that's
that's the first pirate going down by combined fire of the Suntirfell and number 2. But that's actually was really useful of shooting the pirates before they can shoot back. That's
yeah.
really helpful fact.
But Eric, his dice are heating up. It might be a bit late.
Might be a bit late, but yeah, it's a start. He still has a chance. So now the interesting 2 pirates on range 1 shooting at Suntir with all his tokens up.
And he has to use his evade
He
token.
uses his evade token, so
Is zo vaak vandaag. Het niet
another range 1 pirate shooting at Suntir. 2 hits. And 2 evades, that's enough to put him out of harm's way. And number 3 on range 3 actually. Range 3, yeah. So that'll be 5 evasion dice. And a focus left for the Sunterfell. Well,
And auto thrusters.
and the auto thrusters. Don't forget the auto thrusters.
Eric is actually
Actually,
reconsidering this
Which is not a bad
idea.
no, because this is maybe range 1 on the 2.
We hebben niet geklaagd over...
So yeah.
Die dobbelstenen heb je. Stel de 5 dan. Nee, je hebt geen stel.
5 ik heb 5
Ja.
dobbelstenen dan. 5 dobbelstenen. Range 3, dus
Dat is een heel naar mailtje van die organisator gekregen.
So he's shooting at the obsidian because he's in range 1 and he doesn't have 5 evasion dice to get off that. It's a good thing he has still focus left, which takes 1 crit on the obsidian,
dus he wants stress token if it is
and he receives a stress token for the crit. So that's a pretty good result.
Yeah,
TIE fighter, it doesn't
there are a
really,
lot of crits that would have hurt him
Yeah.
a lot more than that.
exactly.
So he's going 1 for 2 turns.
So this is turn 4. Going into turn 4, trying to bump him, or is that?
Yeah, he's trying to block him. This
Try
is
to
a,
block
this
him.
is yeah, this is an obvious block.
Yeah,
I mean, if he didn't want to block him,
he would
no,
have
it's-
moved here. Otherwise, he probably won't be able to shoot anything now. So
no, I actually thought he would have done a K turn.
yeah,
It would have lost him his focus, but then he probably has a shot at something.
yeah,
And now he
Moving in
looks
the other
more
ships
like
too.
a sacrificial pawn.
yeah,
Unless Sunter moves past him, which is actually a possibility.
yeah. The TIE interceptor is quick enough to get past stuff like this.
Yeah.
The TIE
Might-
fighter moving in range 1. That's potentially pretty devastating on both sides. Look at that dial from from Frans, the TIE fighter dial. It's so worn out. You
Yeah,
see
you,
how much he uses
Yeah.
uses these ships to play with. It's insane.
last year at Nationals, I actually flew against Frans, and
cool.
instead of back then, he didn't fly Sunter because
Okay.
Sunter wasn't really viable back then. But he flew Whisper. It was almost the exact same list, but Sunter was Whisper,
Okay, cool.
and
geen reden om het zoeken.
it was the last match of the tournament, and it was a top 8 match, I guess,
Okay.
for placement, and he demolished me. just can't put it any other way. I got crushed, and now you can see he's flying away with Sunter. He doesn't want to get in.
No,
this.
he doesn't take
mess.
take risk because this is a top cut 8. So if you lose now, you're out of the tournament. So he doesn't want to take any risks here to potentially make him lose the game or lose Sunter, which will be equivalent of losing the game. So
And he missed with his first,
he missed with his first.
with both of his ties actually.
Both TIE fighters didn't do anything.
He
So he's going for a range 3 shot on the Suntir. Well, that's 2 hits, so that's a good start with. Ooh, a lot of focus. But he has a focus, so.
and he has an outer thruster.
And he has auto thrusters. He doesn't use the focus, he auto thrusts and uses evade token.
Ja, die focus is beter als
He's using the focus for later on if he gets more shots from the pirates. There's only one more pirate that can shoot him.
But he won't. He will opt to shoot at Obsidian number 5 on range 1.
On range 1, which is again with the auto thrusters and 5 dice for his Sunter. Oh, 4 dice because he lost his stealth device on last round. So, turn 5 or 6, I lost. lost
I
count.
think it's actually turn 8 already. But
Really? Oh.
Yeah. But what?
So it's an interesting move the Erik is using. He's he's K-turning there.
He's K-turning. He's actually going for a block and going after Sunter with 2 ships and the other binary, who's still full. The binary that's still full, going after the ties, and he's the one that can get the stress because, well, he can. There's not a lot of chance that he will get blown up in one shot. It's possible.
It's possible, but with 4 hit points total, it won't be.
Yeah.
So
This will be a nice shoot.
let's see what Sunter does. I really.
Nou, Soontier, dat komt er eens goed in.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So, but he probably will boost out of line of fire.
No, it's
He can't see the pirate number 1 right now, so that's.
yeah,
He
but
can barrel roll in line of sight and then shoot because he probably. Well, it's still 3 hit points, so two hull and 1 shield left on the number 1. So yeah, he's gonna boost past it and see if he can.
Nou, ik had hem op verkeerde liggen.
he lost his stress because of the 2, but
Wie is nog een Soentie? Ja, Soentie doet er verder geen actie.
So yeah, no actions on Sunterfell.
and actually Erik had to resolve a crit action
yeah,
because he forgot to resolve it.
Okay.
So he rolled a die for doing a red maneuver, and nothing happened.
Okay, cool.
And now it's gone.
Now one of the Obsidian Pirates shoots with range 1, 3 hits. Here again you see the great advantage of having a pilot skill higher in the swarm.
Yeah.
So 2 hits, 1 focus, 1 blank.
This is your 15-minute warning.
And there's 15 minutes left in the round.
They'll
From what
probably
I'm
make it.
seeing, this should be doable. If Frans would want, he can just fly away and
Exactly,
win.
just would be a lame way to win the game.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessary.
No, it's not. It's far from necessary. Yeah, I think he has it.
Well, a really cool paint job. Binary Pirate is turning around, trying to pop some more shots on that interceptor. Imagine how many shots Sunterfell got and only suffered 1 damage yet. With the auto thrusters and the now gone stealth device, but with the auto thrusters, the stealth device, and
But
Near.
that's what he does.
that is what he does. Yeah, that's true.
And that's yeah. Well, that's Sunter for you. He dodges you. He gets out of your arc. He messes with the whole way you set up your move a turn ahead. Because when you move against Sunter, basically you have to take into account a boost and a barrel roll
In one
in
action phase.
one turn, and him still having his focus. Normally, if you take that into account, you still think about them losing their focus. But Sunter still has focus.
True. So Suntir's firing at number 3 of the pirates, doing 3 hits with
And
no
gone.
focus on the pirates left. There's just one really cool repainted binary pilot left for Erik. Getting 2 TIE fighters, shots for 2 fighters on range 1. That's devastating, especially doesn't roll the dice you need. So 1 more hit point left on binary last TIE fighter shooting. This could be the last shot in the game. Oh, sorry. This is the pirate actually firing back at one of the TIE fighters. So it's still alive. Still alive.
Yeah, it just got a crit. Then if he does a red maneuver, he loses. He has to roll an attack die, just like the other one had.
Okay.
And well, this might actually just be the last turn.
Yeah, I'm always a positive player, but a Z95 with 1 hit point left against even just a Sunter would be enough to get worried about. But another 2 TIE fighters just there to potentially destroy him. Yeah, and Frans just mind reading where the ship ends will probably be over soon.
I don't even think Frans will go for a shot with Sunter.
No, why should he? It's 2 TIE fighters, 1 on range 1, 1 on range 2 should be enough to finish this off. Well, just 1 hit point left on pirate, mind you.
Yeah, he has the die advantage this turn, and yeah, this should be over this turn.
Alright, now.
Range 2 en range 1. Range 2.
First range 2 shot, 2 hits. And we're done.
1-8. Yeah. So that's game. Frans wins and Erik is out of the tournament.
And Frans goes to the semi-finals.
Yeah, it goes to the semifinals. Are there any points you would say Erik could have done different to beat Frans on this game?
Well, at the start, he could have, if he went for Suntir, my belief is he could have gotten Suntir. He first made a feint inside and then went fully back on Suntir, thus giving his ties the advantage to corner all the Z95s. Also, I'm not sure what his thought process was, but his IG got stuck at point blank of the full swarm.
Yeah,
and in the end, those were the shots that put the IG in the graveyard, basically, because he had the bump and he had the stress and he couldn't pass them, and he got a few hits from them.
Yeah, the Frans really blocked the IG-88 in 2 turns in a row.
Yeah, and this match, you just couldn't see the great agility that the IG-88 truly has. You could see the agility that Suntir has, because he just got out of arc every time.
It's everywhere.
And it was almost impossible to hit Suntir. I mean, he only had 1 hit on him throughout the game.
True. Yeah.
And we just couldn't see that this game from the IG-88.
Yeah, that was a real shame.
And sometimes you just get stuck in the opponent's game plan, and it's you have to get out of that. Yeah. And I think Frans drew this one up perfectly. I think he actually wanted the Z95s to come to him, and wanted the IG to come to Suntir.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if you ignore TIE fighters, they will hurt you.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. They will peck at you, but pecking enough will kill you. And I think that eventually
was too much. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, this is a really good game. I'm really wondering what Frans will do in the quarter. Well, this was quarterfinals, so in the last the next upcoming match for Frans. So we might take a look at that.
Yeah, we'll see you back then.
Till next time.